Let's get one thing straight. The world isn't some fairy tale land where everyone holds hands, sings kumbaya, and lives happily ever after. That's a comforting lie fed to the naive, a fairy dust sprinkled over the eyes of those who refuse to see the raw, brutal truth lurking beneath the surface. No, this world is a ruthless jungle, an endless, savage wilderness where survival hinges on cunning, strength, and a brutal willingness to do whatever it takes. The weak get devoured, chewed up like prey in the jaws of predators, while the cunning thrive, stalking their victims with patience and deadly precision. It's a game of survival, played on a blood-stained chessboard where mercy is a weakness and ruthlessness is a virtue. Power? It's not something handed out like candy at a festival or a prize for playing nice. No, it's stolen, snatched from the hands of those too naive to guard it, wrested away from the soft, the honest, the moral. It's seized with claws, clawed from the grasp of fools who believe virtue will save them in a world that respects only strength. Power is a savage dance, an unending, brutal ballet of deception, manipulation, and relentless brutality. It's a game played in the shadows, where the strongest carve out their dominion with bloodied hands and sharp minds, leaving behind carcasses of those who believed in fairness or kindness. Those who play it well are predators, ambitious, ruthless, relentless. Those who don't, they're prey, waiting for their turn in the jaws of the next beast. The rules of this jungle aren't written in kindness or fairness. They're carved in blood, etched into the bones of those foolish enough to believe in virtue as a currency. Morality? An illusion meant to lull the weak into complacency. The true currency here is power. And power is a beast that cares only for results, raw, unfiltered, often bloody. It devours kindness like a ravenous wolf, chews up honesty like a gnarly piece of jerky, and spits out the remnants of morality like yesterday's trash. It doesn't care about your principles or your good intentions. It only respects those who wield it with brutal precision. This is a shadowy arena, an environment where silence can be more deadly than a gunshot, where deception is an art form and cunning is the most valuable weapon. The strongest carve their territory with ruthless efficiency, leaving behind a trail of broken egos, shattered reputations, and vanquished foes. The game isn't for the faint-hearted or the morally squeamish. It's a relentless pursuit where survival depends on your ability to deceive, to manipulate, and to strike first, before someone else does. It's a brutal, savage pursuit that demands a cold heart, a sharp mind, and an unyielding will to dominate. This jungle is blind and merciless. No mercy, no second chances. Every move is calculated, every betrayal a possibility, every victory hard-won in a war of attrition. Those who understand the savage rules, those who accept that the game is dirty, bloody, and unforgiving, are the ones who thrive. The others? They're left behind, eaten alive by the very system they refused to accept. In this world, softness is a liability. Ruthlessness is survival. And only the ruthless carve out their legacy amidst the chaos. So, let's move to our 3 lows. Law 5. Guard your reputation like it's your lifeline, because it is. Or don't. It's your call. Reputation isn't just a badge or a mask. It's the fragile, shimmering thread holding the entire empire of influence together. Think of it as a spider's web spun across the abyss, delicate, intricate, and capable of holding worlds or collapsing in a heartbeat. One careless whisper, one slip-up, and that web shatters into 1,000 shards, each cutting deeper than a sword. It's the invisible armor that cloaks your power, the shield that keeps enemies at bay, the currency that buys respect and fear. In this savage game, reputation is everything. It's the currency that fuels influence, the armor that protects your ambitions, and the trap door that can send you plummeting into chaos if ever compromised. Like the ornate masks of Venice's Carnivale, it's beautiful, yet hiding secrets that can destroy you if revealed. Lose it, and you're exposed, a sitting duck, vulnerable to every predator with a grudge or a grudge to settle. It's a delicate balance. One misstep, one scandal, and the entire edifice crumbles. Past deeds? They're dust in the wind, forgotten relics. What matters is the last whisper, the last scandal, the last whisper of disgrace that spreads like wildfire. People remember the last thing they saw, the last thing they heard, the last moment of weakness. It doesn't matter if you've built a lifetime of respect. One moment of vulnerability erases it all. The reputation is a fragile crystal that shatters with the gentlest tap. Then shards cut deep. So the question isn't whether you're invulnerable, because no one is, but whether you're willing to protect your reputation with the ferocity of a lioness guarding her pride. Or are you going to be the fool who lets some careless comment, some fleeting weakness, undo years of hard work? Because in the game of power, reputation isn't just a feather in your cap. It is the cap. And if it's cracked, you're finished. Law 24. Play the perfect courier, or don't even bother showing up. Delivering a message isn't just about what you say, it's about how you say it. The delivery is everything. It's the difference between being remembered as a commanding presence or forgotten as a nervous wreck. In the ruthless game of influence, the messenger's attitude, tone, and style are weapons sharper than any sword. Command respect with your presence, with your posture, with every word that leaves your mouth. People forget the content. They remember the impression. A hesitant voice, a shaky hand, these are death knells. The confident, commanding voice, that's what leaves a mark. It's like a general leading troops into battle. Every gesture, every word, every glance is deliberate, designed to sway, intimidate, or inspire. The most effective messengers don't just speak, they dominate the room. They own it with an aura that screams, "You will listen." Those who fail to deliver with authority are invisible. They're like ghosts haunting a hall of kings, forgotten, dismissed, unworthy of attention. The art of delivering a message with style and precision isn't optional. It's the price of entry. Walk in like a conqueror. Speak like the universe itself is waiting for your words. And leave an impact that echoes long after you're gone. Law 44. Disarm and infuriate with the mirror effect. Or, let's make them lose their minds. The mirror effect is a masterstroke, an elegant, ruthless tactic that exposes opponents' weaknesses in the cruelest way. It involves reflecting their behavior, their insults, their accusations, right back at them. Like a mirror held up to a narcissist, showing them their own ugliness in full detail. It's psychological warfare wrapped in calm, calculated precision. When an enemy throws an insult, a criticism, or an accusation, reflecting it back with a cold, measured smile makes them question everything, especially themselves. It's like holding up a mirror to their insecurities, their hypocrisies, their flaws, and watching them unravel in real time. They attack, but they only end up attacking their own reflection, exposing their vulnerability, their hypocrisy, their weakness. This tactic destabilizes opponents, making them furious, confused, and ultimately exposed. They lose their composure, their sense of control, as chaos erupts around them. Meanwhile, the observer remains unshaken, an unmovable force, quietly watching as enemies turn on themselves, exposing their own flaws. It's a brutal, elegant dance. Weaponizing their own emotions, turning their chaos into their undoing. They scream, rage, and expose their own weaknesses, often without realizing it, while the master of the mirror simply observes, unmoved. It's a psychological trap, a way to disarm and disorient, to make enemies doubt their own perceptions, their sanity, their strength. The savage reality. Power is a blood-stained jungle. Yes, this isn't a playground for the innocent. Power is a savage beast, a blood-stained jungle where only the most cunning survive. Morality? It's a mask worn by the weak, an illusion that fools the naive into believing in fairness. But in reality, the jungle rewards those willing to shed tears of innocence, to deceive, to manipulate, and to destroy anything that stands in their way. The game is played with deception, with lies dressed as truth, with betrayals hidden behind a smile. It's a brutal, relentless pursuit, an unending war where the only law is survival. Respect is earned through strength and cunning, not kindness. Power favors those willing to do whatever it takes, no matter how cruel, how ruthless, how dishonorable. In this savage realm, morality is a liability, a chain that keeps you tethered to weakness. The predator's rule is simple: adapt or perish. Those who see this clearly thrive, while the naive become prey. The game is a blood-stained chess match, every move calculated, every deception deliberate, every victory hard-won. So, now let's do the recap. The unvarnished blueprint. This is the brutal, unfiltered truth about power. Guard your reputation like a lioness defending her pride, because once it's broken, it's nearly impossible to rebuild. Deliver your messages with the precision of a warrior, because impact is everything, and delivery can make or break your influence. Reflect your enemy's worst traits ruthlessly. Turn chaos into your weapon, expose their weakness, and watch them self-destruct. The savage truth remains: the world belongs to those who are willing to break it. Morality is nothing but a mask, an illusion designed to lull the weak into complacency. Behind that mask lurks the beast of raw, unfiltered power, waiting patiently, until the moment to strike. It's silent, patient, and ferocious. It doesn't care about your principles or your good intentions. It only respects those who understand that strength, cunning, and ruthlessness are the keys to survival. It punishes the naive and rewards the cunning. It devours the honest and elevates the ruthless. In this relentless jungle, there are no rules that favor the weak, no laws that protect the innocent. Only the strongest, the smartest, and the most ruthless thrive. Those who understand that weakness is a liability and that mercy is a luxury few can afford. Every day is a battle for dominance, a war of attrition where every move, every word, every decision can be the difference between survival and extinction. You either adapt and conquer, or you fall and become just another carcass in the wilderness. And let's be brutally honest, the game isn't fair. It's not kind. It's not just. It's an endless struggle. An unforgiving crucible where only the savage survive. Those who cling to moral illusions, who believe in fairness and kindness, are simply setting themselves up for slaughter. The predators don't care about fairness. They care about results. They see weakness as an invitation, a target, They see strength as the only path to survival. So here's the stark reality. The world doesn't owe you anything. It doesn't care about your morals or your goodness. It cares about one thing: who can take what they want, hold on tight, and crush anyone who stands in their way. Power belongs to the bold, the ruthless, the relentless. It's a blood-stained prize, won not by mercy, but by the willingness to do whatever it takes. In this jungle, only the savage thrives. The rest, they're just waiting to be consumed. And now, the question remains: which side are you on? Will you align yourself with the predators, or will you become prey? The choice isn't complicated. It's absolute. The jungle doesn't wait for the weak, and it doesn't care about your hopes or dreams. It only respects those who are willing to break its rules, to shed their innocence, and to dominate. So, ask yourself, are you prepared to do what's necessary? Or will you fold under pressure and become just another ingredient in the stew of the fallen? The savage truth is clear. In this world, only the ruthless survive. And the question is, which side are you on? Take care.